All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. And I hope you're off to a great start this week. I wanted to share some thoughts with you, as many of you know. And by the way, if this is your first time with the podcast, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. Make sure you don't miss any episodes. We're going to be covering a bunch of things this week related to the launch of our new mastermind group. We've got some amazing stuff going on, but if you are first joining us, I wanted to just kind of let you know that the whole point of the Daily Mastermind is to help you to really keep consistent with your mindset, your business, your money, your lifestyle, your overall creation of your life. And so on Mondays, I like to share prosperity principles, things that you can carry throughout the week. And then during the week, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll share some interviews with top experts. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, I like to hit motivation as well as lifestyle, but I really rotate between these concepts of mindset, body, money, and business so that you can create a lifestyle that you want. So if you're an entrepreneur, a high achiever, a CEO, a business owner, I know it's sometimes tough to stay grounded and balanced in all these areas of your life because you're grinding your business so hard. But, today I want to kind of just get into a couple of topics that I think will help you throughout the week. So what I want to talk to you about is problem solving. Now, you might be dealing with problems in your personal life, your business life. It might be, all areas of your life, right? But what I've found over time is that myself and others included, and a lot of times I do these podcasts for myself, is, when you're dealing with problems, a lot of times people just throw themselves at their problems and they just become very frantic and overwhelmed. And what I mean by that is if you just see a problem and you jump right into it and you dig in without any kind of creative or critical thinking, you are going to just overwhelm yourself. And a lot of times you get problems solved, but they could be solved in a much more productive way. So I want to give you just a couple of tips, some things to kind of think about today that will help you when you're dealing with problems in your life and business. The first thing that I suggest is that you change your language about what this problem is. So just the fact that you identify things as a problem rather than an opportunity or a way to grow or a way to break through will really align you in a different way. So when you're tackling problems, even with a positive attitude, you are really coming from a place of scarcity. You're coming from a place of overwhelm, and you're focused on the wrong thing. What I always suggest people do is focus on solutions. And so when you come into a problem, look at it as an opportunity. It's the same way you look at failure versus success. Once you realize that failure is the gateway to success, you look at it as an opportunity to move forward. So I always recommend that you start from solution, and that is first and foremost by redefining the way you talk about problems. Because if you're constantly saying, there's this issue in my life and this problem, I'm dealing with these employees, I'm dealing with these personal issues, these bills, these economic influences on your current mindset. Those are all problem-based. What you need to do is you need to look at them as opportunities to learn, to grow, to push past, to get breakthroughs, and also realize that in order for you to truly grow and expand your business and your life, you've got to have problems. So you want to have problems. And so when you look at it from that standpoint, you're going to get a lot more productive. The other thing is, I think it's super important that you define the problem clearly. What exactly is the challenge you're facing? What are the challenges, and are they just causing you stress and anxiety, or are there things that you can do about them? What is it? Because we give meaning to problems in our life, and a lot of times it's not the problem itself, it's the meaning we give it that makes it more difficult for us to overcome. So truly sit down and identify what the real problem is, and don't let that snowball effect come into play where you say, man, this is a problem, and then this is going to happen, and this might happen, and you're already forecasting the challenges you're going to deal with this problem rather than defining it in a realistic way and finding ways to truly identify what the real issue is that you're dealing with. Because, for example, if you have individuals in your business, Tony Robbins talks a lot about, it's not about just having a problem. A lot of times with employees or individuals that aren't productive, it's really a question of resources or resourcefulness. And when you can clearly define, is it the person's ability or is it the resources they have access to that are not letting them accomplish the goals and job that they are set out to do? Well, then you can address it. Because if you're addressing something as a problem with someone's skill set, but they clearly don't have the resources to deal with it, then you're not going to get the results that you're looking for, and vice versa. So it's very important that you not only change the language you have around a problem, but you also define the problem in a realistic way and not give additional meaning to it. The third thing I like to do, and a lot of times problems create a sense of overwhelm and stress and anxiety. If you can shift your mind over to critical thinking, where you can sit down and literally take a piece of paper and a pen, write down the problem, write down all of the things that are affecting this problem, and then brainstorm solutions. You would be surprised the more you spend on focusing on solutions and brainstorming solutions, you'd be surprised how many opportunities and solutions you come up with. And sometimes it takes pushing through the solution phase. So when you sit down and apply critical thinking to a problem, you're not just getting caught up in the problem. You're being very analytical and you're starting to break that problem down. And sometimes you realize that the problem you're focused on is not even the real problem. It's just the result of some other cause. That might be training, it might be information, it might be communication or whatever, but those causes are what are generating the result, which is your problem. So it's very important that you clearly define what the problem is and analyze and look at all the possible solutions. And then you need to sit down and you need to just pick a solution. A lot of times with our problems, we're just so caught up in them that it's hard to move forward. And if you can just choose a solution and recognize that there may be more than one solution and that there's never really a bad solution if you're moving forward. If you pick a solution to solve your challenge and then you start to apply that solution, you're going to make forward progress. See, I found that most of my problems get solved while we're working on them, not while we're analyzing them. And so before you start doing that, though, one other recommendation I have is that I always sit back and just prepare for the worst possible outcome. Because when you're mentally prepared for things not working out, you can have solutions and you can have opportunities to be able to grow and pivot and move, and it's not going to affect you as hard. So when you prepare for the worst possible outcomes and how to overcome those, your solution that you have when it doesn't work, you'll be more accepting of it. You'll move on. You'll call audibles and you'll move forward. And so I always like to sort of prep my mind when I'm dealing with a problem, get very specific about it, get very analytical about it, and then pick a solution and move forward. And just recognize and take responsibility for whatever decision it is that you made. Don't be hard on yourself, just move forward. But I think one of the challenges, and this is the reason I bring this up, is that a lot of us are dealing with problems, but most of us are dealing with problems that we've had for a long time. We continue to deal with the same problems over and over and over in our life. And it's not because those problems just keep reappearing. It's because we haven't decided to clearly sit down, create solutions, and then move forward and accept responsibility for that solution. So it's very important to lean into your problems and to lean into the things that are kind of plaguing you right now, because if not, you're going to continue to just carry those problems throughout your life. And this is what affects your quality of life. I firmly believe it's never too late to start living the life that you're meant to live, but also attacking those problems that have been plaguing you for a while. And you know what I'm talking about. It might be a relationship that's bad. It might be, ineffective business standards. It might be things that you're avoiding or procrastinating on. But find and take action on those problems that you've been dragging along, and you just continually to put your mind on. The ones that when you wake up in the morning are right there at top of mind. Write those down. Make a decision this week that you're going to take those problems that are on the top of your mind, and you're going to sit down and you're going to critically think about them. You're going to redefine them. You're going to relook at what the solutions are. You're going to pick a solution and you're going to go to work and you're going to hammer that problem out. You're going to take care of that problem, because if you do that, worst case scenario, you're going to feel like you're productive in your life and you're going to feel like you're taking action. And that's what's most important, because I'll tell you right now, the more action and movement you take, the more solutions you're going to have. So that's my message for today. I hope you have an amazing day. Now, this week, we're going to be kicking off our Evolution X Mastermind. We've got a brand new mobile app. We've got a Thursday night that we're going to be doing inside our mastermind group. So if you're interested in finding out more about the mastermind group, you can go to jointheevolution.com, jointheevolution.com. I'll put the link in the show notes. And, this is not something that we've launched. This is just something that's kind of a pre-launch, but I would love to get your feedback. I'd love to find out if it's something that can help you. I'm doing it primarily so that we can get that community and those strategies and tactics on a weekly basis. And I can get you, exposed to more and more of these experts and individuals that are crushing their goals and coming up with good strategies to help you grow your business. So that's the point of the mastermind and our academy on Thursday nights. So I look forward to talking with you. Hopefully I'll see you over there. If you have any questions, hit me up on the Daily Mastermind on Facebook, Instagram. Pretty much all those addresses are at the Daily Mastermind, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.